Welcome to the Out There channel, live stream 306. I will be after you, with you, after I do a few pre-checks here and the intro. Now to get the brain into gear. Is everything working today? Looking good there. How's the audio sounding? There I go, clicking on the wrong buttons. It sounds alright this end. Did I cut out the audio your end? Oh, maybe not. So, who we got with us? Charles, JD80. That's it, I think. And Dark Rider, but it only says 2 are on. Great. Keep an eye on it though. It can go wrong any time, unfortunately. There's that elusive bug in the mixer they can't fix. We've got 4 now. I think Shelley might have gone. Hey. Hello. Good to be back. I'll be back. Okay, so no hardcore swearing on the side. Be civil. The mods will probably give you a warning if you forget the rules, and no trolling, no promoting fraud websites out there that we debunk on a regular basis. Yeah, hopefully eventually we'll get some good footage, but you won't find it on these other channels. It's going to be someone that films it themselves that hasn't submitted it around the web. A bit like Mojo probably. Just needs Skywatcher like him to send us some new stuff. But he's not had anything happen since 2011. Now if he was a hoaxer, he would have produced more stuff by now off those aliens over the lake, right? Oh, what happened there? Did we lose the screen? That's a bit freaky. Okay. Shelley, she's not even using my special emojis. Well, you have to be a subscriber. When I get 2 subscribers, it's only like £3 a month, I think it is. I'll be able to add more custom emojis to my super chat. So we only got 4 at the moment, which I showed last time. I'll just put them all up there. So I might improve the Men in Black one. So we got Pinky, we got Tyler, the alien hybrid, and we got Dr. Greer CU5, and we got the Men in Black icon. And already I'm sliding off the bed. Hang on, I just need to adjust the bed. Stupid bed. One day I'll better get a new one. Okay, that's better. Hopefully it hasn't stuffed up anything. Yeah, so we better just get on with it. I'll just type in the welcome message here. So what's Shelley up to? You in California at the moment, did you say? LAX. Is that LAX, isn't it? That's a long drive from Indiana. Or did I misinterpret? Oops. Stream. So I haven't got too much to go over, but there's a few bits. But we also got MUFON cases we hardly scratched the surface on. So no doubt there'll be some good ones out there. So midweek. You're up early, isn't it? Like 4 in the morning over in America at the moment. Midweek. Yeah, UFO vids. Cool. And where's the pause video BS? The pausing is not my end. So it must mean you're getting slow Wi-Fi connection to the hotspot you're connected to, or if you're using 5G or 4G. If you're inside a car, they don't work as good. Let's see. That's why they put the GPS sensors, sticky things on the glass inside the car, because the glass, the metal panel of the car blocks the signal, and you're getting the signal through the 5G through the window of the car itself. So yeah, if you wind down windows or get outside, you'll get a better signal probably. But Starbucks, that should be free hotspot where you drink coffee. Did you say you're in Starbucks? Alright, you're home now. Yeah. So what do we got coming up here? First off is this one here about UFOs caught on BBC footage that, who put it up there? Chemical Summer wanted me to have a look at. I don't know if there's a video, but I think there is a little clip. Flying saucers. They got that BS now. Flying saucers over Parliament. UFO investigator spots 2 white orbs in the sky during live BBC. So when you hear 2 white orbs, what's that tell you? What do you see around buildings and high rises in cities? Pigeons and seagulls. So let's have a look at this footage. If it will play. Watch the full video. Let's just watch the clip.
In September, the question is,
you can see how small it is and how far away it
whether
is.
the government is going about that in the right way. And as you've heard from your guests and others in the last
see how it's moving.
there is
typical of birds circling around, right?
Guidelines to schools to allow head teachers to do things in the way that they see best fit. And there are 2 sides to that. Some could argue.
So I don't know who submitted that to the stupid site. Daily Mail, right? They just put up any garbage. They put up any garbage. What's this nonsense? Go away. Stupid pop-ups. Anyway, so that's one of the frames we've got here. And you can see how bad it is. So there's antennas, and it looks to me like 2 blobby seagulls. In fact, it looks like there's a dark patch there as well, isn't there? So that could be another seagull there too. So why are they flying around? Well, obviously they got disturbed by someone on the rooftop there. Is that someone up there near the antenna? Walking around. I really want to get access to the video itself. One or three. So there's another photograph. Let's have a look. Alright. Okay, that's there. Again, looks like a blobby mess of a bird flying. And that's another bird, but angled the other way. Did that man on the building move? Great footage, isn't it? So where's the dark speck now? So there must have been a man there, right? That black speck on the roof line's disappeared now. Oh, no, it is. There it is, near his ear. Looks like a man there, doesn't it? Looks like a body with maybe a couple of legs coming down. So that moved along. So that scared off the birds. It's amazing what counts for UFOs nowadays. And what else we got? That's it. So I don't want to spend too much on that. Who doesn't believe that it's not seagulls? Anybody out there? Let's see. Where's all the skeptics? Yeah, really pixelated, as you can see. I'm in UK and never seen this on any news, so it must be just birds. No way could this be UFOs. Please don't believe anything the Sun or Daily Mail put up in the news. Yep. I don't think it's worth any time on it, really. We could try and enhance it, but I don't think we're going to see much. Because the focus is on the man there, right? You can see he's in perfect focus, and it's obviously a high-spec camera. So the objects in the background are going to be out of focus, you know, with the F number that we talked about, where they've got a pinhole, makes stuff really clear at the front, and a wide open lens keeps everything in focus, going back further depth in the field. BBC use it a wee bit. So, yeah, so we saved it, didn't we? I'll just move that to the end here. Let's have a quick look under editor. I don't think it's going to improve it much though. Because we're only talking about a few pixels, aren't we? So the only other thing it could be is drones flying around that might be filming some architecture or building site, right? It's another possibility. One could be a drone, but often you'll get them disturb the birds, pigeons. Normally you get little grey blobs going across the screen when that happens though. But seagulls in the big city, looks like it's a food place down there, is it? I don't know. What's that down there? Looks like a square of some sort where you got food market. Is it Trafalgar Square or something like that they have in UK there? So that's where people sit down and eat their lunch. So that's where you're going to get seagulls, right? Just common sense stuff, really. Paste a new image. Okay, so there is this black blob here too. I don't think it's on my screen because I saw it earlier there. Looks like it could be another bird. If I can see where the cursor lines are. Paste in a new image. So I don't know what that is. It could be a speck on the camera, I guess. Oh. I want to resize it. That's more likely to be another bird circling. Can't see much, can we? Got to get to flip some colours. See what we can get. Why is it not popping out? Got some white glows happening. There it is. Could it be another building in the background? I don't know. It's just so out of focus. It kind of looks like a building, doesn't it? Way in the background. Looks like a skyrise, another building. So let's go back to the other image here. But then again, why can't we see the building there? Could it be another building that high up? Is it just pixels we're looking at? Could be just an arrangement of pixels where it looks like a building. But there is something dark there. I don't know what it is. Could be a crane. Maybe a crane. Is that a crane going up here? And that's the boom arm going across? Could that be what we're looking at? That could be explaining what's disturbing the birds as well. But yeah, that man there was near his ear at one stage, wasn't it? And it's moved across here. Scared off the birds. Yeah, let's zoom in. And these other ones here. Yeah, it doesn't look like a building there. But it could be something going across. I don't know. Is that a crane or is that antenna on the building? Maybe I should have done a bigger chunk. But yeah, I think we're down to pixel levels, so we're going to get a lot of artifacts, right? So really just wasted our time with it, but still. We'll just do it for sake. See, we're not going to see much in that, are we? It's just ridiculous, really. So those are obviously pixel levels, okay, because we're getting the same sort of patterns happening here. Oh well, just shows what pops out with the color filters. All those different shades of blue all look the same, but they're not. That's kind of look like a seagull there, though, doesn't it? There looks like the whole shape there is popping out there. Okay, it looks like a seagull going this way, doesn't it? And you got the body, head going up that way. Something like that, probably. Doesn't look like a UFO, does it? And this one's probably equally as bad. Or maybe worse. It's less. As you can see, all the different bits and pieces in that image that we blew up here. Look. So yeah, white clouds with white background. There you go. So that's using the same filter as the other one, but you can see here it's definitely a triangle shape popping up here. So again, it looks like a wingtip coming out this way. Why is it not working? Because you've got the wrong thing selected. So we're getting that sort of triangle shape happening here. Blobby, blobby, blobby. I don't think we can do much with it. CPU's fligging already. Definitely a triangle. It's a triangle, UFO triangle. Triangle is in bird shape. So it looks like it's got its wings going this way, doesn't it? So I think we could probably lay that one to rest. Looks like a triangle. Bird shape. The rest of that is an artifact around the image. Anyway, I think it's seagulls. No brainer. I don't know if anyone else has debunked it out there or not. Said the same as me. But yeah, we can put that one to bed, I hope. We can leave that there, I guess. Drop it up there. So what are you guys saying? Oh. Hello, King. New face. Are you from UK? Because this is UK friendly time and New Zealand and Australia friendly. And more hostile for Americans. And Sally, it's too big to be a pigeon in this case, JD. It's more likely to be seagulls. Referring to what you might be looking at soon, the pilot. Ah, right, yeah, coming to that. It's in the description list anyway, Shelley. You don't need to guess. Have a look at my description for tonight. But anyway, I've also pinned a comment for it. So, what's anyone said about this one? Watched them after 15 seconds from the reporter here. They look odd to me. Not really. Video sent to me as the editor of UFO Truth magazine to know what I'm looking at. Something strange. So obviously he's not much of an expert, guys. UFO Truth is not an expert. Rarely do you get live recordings from news channels. As a person who saw and recorded the clip, I find the sequence bizarre. Circling seagulls, hardly bizarre. Some people have suggested it was a deliberate joke by BBC because it was World UFO Day. No, obviously you didn't see the guy walking on top of the building scaring off the birds that were roosting up there. As I'm concerned, the sequence shows two anomalous objects that I can't explain. Unbelievable, eh? All these experts out here should be ashamed of themselves. Since 2002, Gary has collected and studied more than 500 police sightings. So it sounds like he's trying to plug his magazine, right? So, have we got anything else on this? Is there any comments? Any comments on it? Normally they have comments at the end. Look at all the stupid advertising. This is why the site doesn't load very well. Isn't that sort of like information overload there? So have they got comments here or not? So yeah, this is why I don't like these sites. And they want us to disable ads. Could you imagine how much worse it would be without with the ads also? It's just ridiculous. And it's all going to be fake or sensationalized stories. That's strange. They normally have comments at the end. Oh. Something's clicked here. Have we lost audio? Have we lost audio? Let me just reset it just in case. Let me just see if it's working. Normally when I get the click I have to unplug the headset. I think Windows trying to do an install on me again. I can't hear anything. Yep, it's Windows 10 has killed my mixer. Hang on, I'm just gonna have to reset it. At least I'm getting used to this now. Okay, we go back again. Okay, I think I can hear now. Let's see, good to be back. Yep, I can hear it now. It's always handy, that thing, for checking. No, but I couldn't hear. For some reason it cuts off my headset. So if I want to see what it's saying or playing back on the video, I won't hear. Anyway, I know how to fix it very quickly. And that normally happens when Windows 10 tries to do a sneaky update, even though I've just tried to disable it lots and lots of times with different methods. So yeah, there's not much I can do about it. Just work my backup plans to reset things, right? Anyway, I was looking for comments on that video. Maybe they disable it. Oh, here we go. I must have skimmed past it. So what's these people saying? Take one look at Earth and thought, sod this or off. Of course they were alien spaceship. Seagulls, there you go. Someone's got some brains, I wonder who that is. Now there's going to be how to play. Alright, so that's good. We got one person at least agreeing with me there. So yeah, I'll put the Twitter post there so you can link to it if you want to. Goals. Dark shape above the skulls. Yeah, it could be a pigeon. Or it could be another seagull, or it could be a crane that we're not quite seeing because it's so far away. The question is, what is that on the building there? Is that like a little crane they got on top? Antennas. So you'd have to break it down to frame by frame, see if it's like a crane arm moving around. But you'd think it would be visible, but if it's far off in the distance and high up, you might only see the bit on the arm that moves back and forth, you know what I mean? The pulley system. But it could be another seagull that's just out of range there, or it could be a pigeon, as you say, but well, it could even be a speck on the camera, because you'd have to play the video back and see if it actually moves. It's just not enough definition there. And I don't think it's really worth our time on it, right? So that brings us on to this guy here, Jason Gleaves, which is trying to push his books. And this video here is total garbage, and I'll just play it for you and see what you think it is. So he gets videos from this guy. It films this guy in Australia. I think he's done a few of his videos already. So I'll just play it here and break it down. You can see this guy uses these crazy filters, right? But he actually makes them more into UFOs than actually understands what he's looking at. So straight away you can see here, he's filming this object here. He's got his crazy filter down here on the small window, and he's got zoomed in and some other filter to make it dark. So I'm not too sure what filter he's using there, but obviously another one. And straight away you can see around the outside and that it's got atmospherics because it's near a cloud there. So it's passing through raindrops, and you can see it's not a perfect circle, which is normally the sign of a crinkly old balloon, right? A miter balloon of some sort. And of course you got also compression artifacts from MP4 compression. And he's saying it's got an aura around it. And obviously this guy doesn't understand anything about camera artifacts, and he's meant to be an expert. So there's another expert from UK.
It's powered right up. Woohoo! Thanks, dudes. Now it's Kane, and we're going to pick enough speed.
So let me know what you think it is down the sight, and we'll see if we can pin it.
Jeez, that's slow.
Now it's low down the horizon, and we're not seeing which way the wind's blowing there. I'll just mute that music. So he's got crazy filters here, which doesn't add to it, apart from maybe seeing the shape in the middle there, the possible shape. The orb stays constant brightness, no fluctuation. Almost seems like it's got an Opticon shape to it, isn't it? And that could be through the aperture of the camera, but it could also be one of those Opticon balloons, right? So it's low down. It could be a plane at the altitude. It could be an international space station just flying past as well. So there's, like, typical UFO channel, they just put up the videos, do some crazy analysis, but don't use any of the apps to prove it's not a international space station flyby, plane flyby. You got to bring up all the apps, right? And also that leaves then it could be possibly a weather balloon that's coming down or going up. But more likely it's going to be one of these silver Milo balloons that's reflecting the Aussie sunlight there, and it looks like a bright white blob. And the other possibility is an LED balloon as well. So, what do you think it could be without all the information? Because we're not going to get all the information here. We'll probably get a date and time, maybe, or date, no time, no direction, no location, probably. So 10th of July, so we got a date, but we got no time. So that makes it really hard. No time there, I don't think. The sun was basically starting to go down. So what time would that be? 7 PM at night in Australia. 1 minute went behind. So probably have to put that through. So he says he's put it through trackers here, but hasn't put up any screen snapshots or any information to prove that he has. So who checked it? Peter probably checked it, right? I scheduled satellite and IS tracker and nothing was there. So that's sort of, if that's the case, that rules out those, but it doesn't rule out planes, because he doesn't say he's checked it with planes. That could be just a small Cessna plane that's reflecting the sun as it's passing by. So yeah, obviously he's given it to the wrong person. Obviously he knows. He wants to go to someone that's promoting a book. Okay. So I don't know. Let's grab an image from it and see how our filters compared to his ones here. me calling out this guy in Open Minds, they banned me from the Open Minds group because they're friends with him. Oh no, you can't have telling the truth about this UK guy. Crap, what happened? Oh no, it worked. Thought I hit the wrong thing then. So easy to do. Alright, so let's zoom it up. Still doesn't look much, does it? Let's put it through the old color curves. Brightness. So there you go, that's probably what he's done with that black one. Let's go back to it and compare. Very similar. So for his one's brighter, so he's played around with it a bit more. Probably more like that. Looking very close. Okay. There you can see how regular shape it is. Let's see. So let's put the other filter on. It's making it more white, which doesn't help us. Okay, so you can start to see the smudging through the atmosphere. So what are we looking at here? I see it's sort of got some variations in the brightness. So he said that... Oh, what disconnected? Did you hear that? Because I did. Is it still working alright? Have we lost sound or anything strange? That's normally a problem with the USB, that is. So back to this. So obviously it's not constant brightness because we're doing color swap here on the whites. And we'd expect it to be all the same brightness, you know, all the same pixel color ratios. So that's a lie. Shit. I reckon my headset's faulty, maybe. But I don't know. Is it still working? Pinky's still talking. Here went the lead balloon. Never seen the space station go by the daytime in UK. You can see it in Australia though, I think. I might have to check out the footage on that because where you got a lot of sun, it can actually bounce back a lot of light. And because he was talking about it going sundown, which is where you normally get the satellites reflecting back, right? So that's normally when you start to see them. Not sure why it's making beep noises all the time here. Bugger off, man in black. Is it still recording alright? Says it is. You still there? Still there? Getting weird beeps. I probably got a faulty laptop, you know. It's probably the motherboard already going on it. This normally happens when you get faulty USB on it. So let's have a look at this again. Yeah, it's a bit hard to tell what it is. It doesn't look like a weather balloon, does it? So it definitely looks like something that could be jagged around the outside. So what you can do is you can draw around that if you want to. And you can zoom in a bit. So what you can do is you can create another layer. Choose a white pen. And you can then start to draw around it. If you select the pen, But now I've selected the stupid band. So you can start to sort of draw around it all. Give or take a few pixels. And of course how accurate you are with the mouse. Oh, going off course here. Oh, whoa. Way off course, but that's close enough. And now you can just simply move that. Isn't that clever? How you can do a layer like that. And then you can compare it. So that kind of looks like a crankly old balloon to me, doesn't it? Could be a silver one. Could be a character balloon. But it looks like a single balloon, doesn't it? So we're probably looking at something like this here. That's sort of deflated a wee bit, probably. It's probably a silver one. And the reason it looks crinkly, because they don't have perfect edges on it. As you can see here, this one has crinkly edges on the star one. The heart has crinkly edges are going around it. So it's more likely going to be something like that one there, with the crinkly edges. Deflated a wee bit. You can see these edges will be going in and out, so it kind of looks like it would reflect different brightness because of the way it's punched out. It may be a more rounded one here, but you can see again this has got crinkly edges on the side. See? So that's probably more closer to it. That's what we're seeing, those little black edges coming in. So let's grab that one and I'll show you what I mean. And this is where the editor comes in really powerful. And makes you see what it really is. Add to another. Oh, it's a big balloon. Probably should undo that and add it to another image instead. And see if we can get rid of the outside of it a wee bit. That's a stock image. I haven't bought it to use it. Normally you can use it as long as you don't remove the watermark. What's going on here? I think it's Windows trying to get me again. Can't see any loose connections. Let me know if I disappear. Because I probably won't notice otherwise. Hey, back onto thinking. Oh, that hasn't done it properly there. I probably have to reduce that down a bit. Still too much. Maybe it needs to go up the other way. No, it doesn't seem to work well. Might have to edit that manually, that bit. We'll just keep the water stock thing at the bottom. Okay, so I need to make that smaller. It's tedious for a small brush. So now we can grab that. Deselect, grab. Probably need to scale it down too. Reduce it by 30% maybe. Might work. So let's overlay it. It's not close. So you can start to see now what I mean. Scale it up, proportion. See the little bits on the side where it goes in. And the reflection points here makes it darker and brighter. So if we reduce the properties, try that. So we got bits down here, so if we rotate it, rotate, it's gone like that, is it? It's gone too much now. Kind of fits up though. Look how close in proportion that is, right? Straight away you can see it's going to be one of these balloons. And of course they can be quite big. They can go up to 40 inches, some of these ones. But you can see these little specks in the balloon here, where we dimmed it down, sort of matches up with the roughness where it's going in on the enhancing side of things. I think that's pretty much 100% match there, right? Yeah, crinkly Mylar balloon. So, moving on, shall we? So that's how you do proper analysis on this sort of stuff. You can't beat pattern matching. Now that's what computers and artificial intelligence does, and that's how our brains work. We match patterns in our head. And another balloon bites the dust. Of course, it's probably going with the wind too. I didn't notice any pan backs or anything on that footage. On this tree here. But it doesn't look like there's a big wind. There's no sound. I'll just skim back a wee bit. See, there's the pan back. Now he's zooming in. Digital zoom, I think. And I bet the wind direction's that way, right? We probably could look that up if we had all the information. Time of day, exactly the time of day. But he said it was before the sun goes down. So in New Zealand, as you know, JD, the sun goes down very quickly. The light fades very suddenly. Where other parts of the world depend on the curvature of the Earth to the ratio where the sun is. It can slowly dim. But when you're closer to the equator, it sort of goes boom, instantly goes dark. So yeah, this guy doesn't know what he's doing. And just to prove a point, if we go back into his videos here. And look what he put up here, the Russian one, which we know is Starlink satellites, right? All the debunkers out there knew. And he also put up that one there, the Chinese fishing balloon. Remember that one? And of course, look at the clickbait titles. Russian cosmonauts captures light from International Space Station Aurora thing. So what's that even mean? Captures light. UFO recorded descending. This circular shape. Billy Meyer. So he's got a mind to try and debunk Billy Meyer, but this guy's pretty hopeless. What's that one there? Weird. Now let's have a quick look at that one. Consciousness. Alright guys, that's the really first video I debunked, which was rolling shutter, as you can see. And he didn't even know what rolling shutter was, let alone motion blur, and you get a couple of birds that fly past the plane. And it makes a long cigar shape. There you go. So, he analyzes it, of course, with his stupid filters. But I've got that one. It's a few years old now. Alright. A blur photo. You can see the roller shutter there, and also, because you can see it with the blades as well, that it's a stretched out bird. But it has to be a disc, of course. A UFO. But yeah, you can see he's got the starlight satellites up here, and it doesn't debunk it. Does his stupid filters on it, which doesn't add anything to it apart from bringing out some of the other things that are moving, which we already talked about. Some are going to be satellites, some are going to be ice particles drifting, some are going to be space junk. But he's got the full video here, which I didn't have access to, but you can see here. That's what he was trying to film, is that amazing stuff there where the solar wind interacts with the Earth's atmosphere and magnetic field. Okay, so that's 4 or 5 Starlink satellites that they pass, because International Space Station flies at 17,000 miles per hour, and the Starlink satellites are in lower orbit for ISP access, and they communicate with each other in a line. They call it a train, and they transmit from one side of the world to the other, is the idea here. Very fast bandwidth internet using microwaves. But you can see here he didn't debunk it at all. Nothing about Starlink or anything like that. What's good about that video is seeing the northern lights, I guess it is, from above rather than below. But this guy's just hopeless anyway. Finish with him, move on. Really wasted an hour on those two silly videos. Third phase. Do we do them next? I guess so. They may have put out something new since too, have they? Let's have a quick look. Right, looks like they may have put out something. Commercial pilots can't believe what they witnessed. Okay, so they've put up the LEDX one as well 3 hours ago. So we'll have a look at that one after. Contact has begun. Who's this guy here? A ponytail bearded fellow. Looks like Bingham. So yeah, we'll just go to this one here first.
Took them down to Borsey Ruins, where I was normally.
Alright, so we want to look at that one.
The Spanish Stonehenge, and it's being revealed for the first time in over 50 years. 1963.
That's because the water's got lower and lower here, right? Where the edge of the thing used to be. But anyway, what's that got to do with UFOs? So let's move on. Okay, we want to see this guy here from UK. I think he's a hoaxer and he knows it. But we'll have a quick look.
It reminds us of what's there. I wish they could save these things, but I think they'll be safe underwater for another 50 years. So hopefully they won't be in drought too much longer. But it's a great find, guys. Makes you think of what's out there or under.
We're here with John, otherwise known as the JSB 007, famous UFO hunter right here on.
It's got some music there, I'm not sure about that.
Year to 2 years right now. Welcome to Third Phase, John.
Water, the oceans, lakes, and
Incredible videos, and speaking of incredible video, we just received this one from you yesterday. You describe it as some kind of like bat wing, new design. It sets off like a rocket booster at the end. We're looking at it, it's quite amazing. Tell us what you're thinking when you're shooting this.
Well, for one, it's got an unusual drone to it. They try imitating our military jets, and but you can tell there's a difference between the two sounds. And on these Antarian bat wings, that I call them the Antarian.
Now that music is annoying me.
They do actually call them the Antaran bat wing. But anyway, the sound on them is just phenomenal, and that's what you get to hear to start with. So I'll quickly grab my camera and go outside, look up, and here they come. You can see them coming straight for you, and then once they sort of catch.
Okay, so the guy's talking utter crap, right? So what do you think it is? You've probably done enough of these with me now that you can recognise it. What are you saying? Them rocks are for UFOs to land on top. Yeah, good one. Doesn't look very comfortable. Obviously it was used for, circles or to map the seasons, right? Map location of stars, when to plant crops and when to harvest them, right? There's no mystery about the circles. Plus you can tell the time from it, from the shadows as well, can't you? So what's this one? And I'll see if any of you out there get it. I think they just keep replaying the same footage over and over again. So first of all, you see this object here that looks like it fires a booster or some nonsense, and then a white thing passes by very quickly, almost collides with it, heading towards the ground. And I'm not sure if something dropped off it, also near the end. So here's the booster they're talking about. Here's that thing. Looks like almost. It looked like it actually hit it and bounced off it. And it's playing again, isn't it? It's hard to know what they're looping. Or it's the same thing going around again and coming down again, but still. So when people submit to Third Phase of the Moon their footage, right, you know that they're going to be hoaxes. Alright, they don't submit it to MUFON. They don't submit it to credible people that know what they're doing. Instead, they submit it to these clowns, a three-ring circus, Dream Team folks, and see what they can get away with. So, first of all, I thought lead kite. Right. Second thing I thought of is possibly a drone as well. And when I see this thing collide with it, I thought, no, I don't think it's drones, because you wouldn't be flying your drones that stupid, would you? To me, it almost looks like it bounces off it. So I thought maybe this one here is a LED kite on a cable, and they're controlling the lights from the ground. And the other one is probably one of these RC kites with just one LED light on it, and they're sort of flying it right close to it, and it bounces off by mistake, right? They got too close to it. So what we need to do is see if we can find the LED kite that matches up, I guess, to prove it beyond doubt, right? So where's the best footage? Because I keep repeating it with this guy telling a story about how he can summon them or see them in Scotland, is it? And he says they don't come out in rain. Surprise, surprise, you don't fly your RC kites or have a kite with a cable attached to you when it's pouring of rain and thunderstorms. You're asking for trouble, as you know, from lightning strike. So, yeah, if you listen to this guy for long enough, you could see enough clues. What are we looking at? There you go, there's the RC kite that come down. Might even just be like a little miniature drone, even one of those little tiny ones. And it bounced off the kite and almost crashed. So yeah, there's a couple of possibilities here. I need to get some memberships so I can actually create more emojis, so we can do one for a drone emoji and a lead kite emoji, so we can just put it in the side chat when you guys can just bring it up and say you think it's this. But that will happen in time. I'll do all that. There you go, let's go to hit, bang, gone. That could be one of those little tiny drones that they're flying around, you know, those little handheld ones, right? So let's grab some snapshots of it, see if we can actually pin it. So where's it full screen? There. Actually, I think I actually already done it. We'll get another one. Let's see. We'll get a couple. Looks like it changes colours here with the LEDs, like they're sort of fading around. It's not really doing anything UFO-y, is it? It's sort of looking really boring. It's not going supersonic fast. Blink of eye disappeared and blink back, or shoot vertically off. We don't see how it ends. All the good stuff that we like to see to prove it's a UFO. We got no reference to ground here. Okay, so the other light started turning on now. Here comes this other one, so we'll grab that one. And come on. Didn't want that. I wanted that one. It's unlikely we're going to see a cable on it. But this one's definitely flying around, or whatever it's doing. So what do we need to get rid of here? We'll just drag that one up there and finish that one. Alright, so let's do both of them. And get a better look at it. Now I'm pretty sure I've seen it as a lead kite before, and they can turn on the blaster, as it's called, which is a ray of lights here that looks like a burner. It looks like I think it's called a UFO kite actually. So there's one of them. Let's put it through some filters, see if anything pops out. But to me it looks like LEDs that can change from blue to red, and they fade in and out, right? Makes more sense than Alien Craft. JD. Flip colors. Okay, we're starting to get a shape behind the lights. And you can see how much brighter these ones are shining. And something there. Looks like there could be some shape coming down this way. This is a problem with nighttime ones though. If you got like black material off the kite, it's not going to be very reflective, is it? It's going to absorb a lot of the light. Looks like it's going up there, and something around here by the looks of it. It's definitely illuminating a lot of what's there, but we can't see a definite shape popping out. Does look like an edge of something going up here though, right? And it looks like something coming in here, you know, up this way. So let's draw around it. And maybe we can connect the dots to it. So probably go for a line. So it looks like there's something coming up here to there. There. What color can we choose to make it stand out? Black maybe, better. Okay, so we got looks like something coming. Oh, something coming in there. Where's my cursor gone? It needs to make a bigger size cursor, or you should have an option. Looks like something coming in here, triangle type shape happening there. Like that. And then it looks like there's something maybe going across top here. Where's my cursor gone again? It's almost like something coming down that way. And then we haven't got no information at the back of it here. But could that possibly be a triangle quite happening there with something that comes out the back there when it lights up? So we need the other image and see if that sort of fits. As soon as my mouse behaves itself. Seem to have a loose connection of some sort here. The screen turns off sometimes when I knock the keyboard, so not. But I've checked all the connections; they all look solid. Maybe my USB port is faulty on one of them. Maybe I need to switch it around. It's the last thing I want on a brand new laptop, eh? But that's the way it goes for me. I always have bad luck like that. So that's using the same thing, but we got two objects this time. So you can start to see here, it does sort of like have a triangle, something's illuminated into like a rectangle triangle shape here, and something's coming down here, like maybe it could be where the kite tail comes down. So we need to zoom in both of those separately. If I can select the right tool. And now if Robert would join us, he should be up by now, shouldn't he? New image. Okay. So could that be the tail of the kite coming down this way? Maybe I haven't cut. Maybe I've cut too much. Let's just resize it and go for the other anyway. Adjust. So this using the same settings. Looks like a triangle shape heading down this way, doesn't it? Now we can't see that one going this way. But if you line it up here, although we're probably better get a better filter on this one now. So it still looks like there's something going across there. Looks like something is lit up to the corner there. And of course there's no material past that point there. It's not reflecting. So it looks like it's coming down to there. Looks like there's something being reflected off the edge here. Going up this way. And we knew there was something on the other picture going in this way. Not quite showing up on this one. We knew it was going in that way, so it sort of makes sense. It's going to be something like that. And that's part of the tail coming down this way. With some LEDs on it. I reckon it's one of those kites. So we're going to have to look for something in the search that fits what we're thinking we're seeing here. Or what I'm seeing anyway. And you can see here it's out of focus as well. Maybe we can sharpen it. Definitely some curvature there. It looks pretty solid there. Just reset that one. And can we get some other patterns pop out now? So there's an interesting one. Again, we're getting that sort of shape happening here, where it's going into here. It definitely doesn't fit. a plane or a rocket. It's definitely fitting more like an outline of a kite happening here. I don't know if we can tweak that anymore without losing what we've got. And you can see how the light's reflecting off something here. And the rest of it's darkness, right? All that red stuff is the darkness behind. So this is obviously reflecting off a shape happening. Again, it looks like something coming off that way. Something going down this way. Something coming in here. Something coming down there. And again, going down this direction. So we need to see what we can find that fits that shape. Okay, so what's this one up here? I think it could be another kite, or it could be... What can I see? Okay, it's not selected the right tool. Oh, too much. Ah, I've got the sharpener undone, haven't I? So let's grab that one. So that one looks like it's got motion blur because it's moving fast. Moving fast hits that, bounces off it. RAF airplanes and rescue helicopters are always flying around Scotland. Even use drones, but yeah. Why would a drone make a fiery flame like that? I think you'll find it's going to be a lead kite. But anyway, just let me finish. New image. This one could be a drone. This one's the tricky one. Sometimes it's not one thing, but multiple things. You always got to keep that in mind. Okay, so we've got a certain shape happening there. So we're keeping it to the same filters as the other one. And we know that the red is definitely darkness, and the rest of it is most likely going to be what it's illuminating. So could that be another kite or another drone? It kind of fits more of a drone, that one, doesn't it? And that's probably a little one of those handheld drones that hit the kite and bounced off it. Although we can't hear any sound in the video. It's another factor, right, for faking stuff. Now, you certainly wouldn't be flying drones around in rain, would you? I suppose if they're cheap, you might do and not worry about it. Okay, let's just reset that one again. So there you go. You can see this is illuminated and maybe motion blur some of it. And some of it may be stretched through rolling shutter. But it does sort of have a drone shape to it. And certainly we can't see it illuminating like the edges of stuff up here, like material or whatever. So let's maybe capture another one where it's going down. See, it's constant shape there, and then it hits that kite, and then it loses control. And you can see it's always that long shape to it, so that's sort of not going to be rolling shutter because it's on a different angle now. So rolling shutter would be, I assume this is filmed in landscape, so it would be left to right. So if it was rolling shutter, we'd expect the object to be zigzaggy this direction rather than this direction. So let's just grab that one. where it's just bounced off and see if it still looks the same. So on a different angle, which sort of helps. But I think that one's looking more like a drone. Is that the one? I think so. Okay, let's make it bigger. Aha. So that could be rolling shutter there. Maybe I was talking about it going this direction, left to right. So it's moved and it scanned another chunk of it here, and it's all skew width. So we might have to take another one again. Just before it about hits the thing, maybe. But it's still got roughly the same sort of shape happening here. Very drone-like. Still we've got a lot of darkness, the red happening. So it kind of looks like if you straightened it out from rolling shutter there, because the rolling shutter could happen further down from where the kite is. So as it scanned past here, he's moved the camera slightly and it's bent it, but it's way past that image there, so that one's not bent as well, if you know what I mean. If you draw chunks going down this way, just takes a really fine movement off your hands, not on tripod I don't think. Let's just see if we can grab it again. To me it's moving like a... Oh, I missed it again. It's moving like a kite to me. Aha. So I think we got hit by a rolling shutter. Here you can see how it's corrupted that one. So if he's now zooming that one, you see that both of them have got some corruption. At this rate, we're not going to get onto MUFON, are we? But that's alright. I do spend a lot analysing this stuff, don't I? But then people can't say I didn't really do enough video processing on it. Ah, I didn't want to add a layer, did I? I wanted to make a new image. Okay, I think we'll see these ones are too corrupted now. Both got some corruption on the lights there. You see what I mean? So this light here was round. You can see here he's moved it and the lights got stretched, but also we got rolling shutter coming this direction here. So again, we're not seeing what we should be seeing. So it's caught the very edge coming down this way. He's moved the phone just a micrometer. So again, we need to get another image. I don't know if I can stop it in time. Here it comes somewhere around here, and it's after that. He's got movement there. Again, you can see how squiggly it went. Ah, squiggly again. He's got lots of movement. Maybe we can't get it. Moves quite quick. That might be one of the better ones, so let's grab that. Now, this is why you need the original footage, right? Makes it a lot easier. Alright, but still, I think there might be some squiggle movement in it. I don't think we're going to have much luck getting a really decent frame from it. Open. There's the other way to do it. Okay, so resize it. So he did have some movement in it again, right? But it does look like it's going to be a long object that's lit up with multiple LEDs there. Looks like we got some motion just happened at the, you know. I don't think we could do anything with it. Oh, I double clicked. How's that one looking? Could be. I still think there's a squiggle going on with the rolling shutter. Damn it. Thing hits. You can see it hit the end of the kite there. And the drone suddenly dropped faster, didn't it? So it lost altitude very quick. Boom. Gone. Goes out of focus too. It's almost hitting it there. But is it pretty close to no rolling shutter? Let's just have a quick look at that one. Last one. It's frustrating. Copy. I'll check in your comments in a minute. Hang on. Let me just get this. Also make a mistake. I think I might have to close off some memory here. That one's bad. Okay. Don't need that one. Now, this is probably the best one we got on that footage. Just before he moves, right? Moves all over the place. We only got 3 watching now. Oh no, looks like he still moved it a wee bit there, right? Oh well. You can see how out of focus it is though. Let's have a look. It's starting to plug. Yeah, I think it's got to be a drone, that other one. It comes down here and hits the end of this and bounces down, right? Definitely a collision of some sort happening. So let's see if we can find a match for it anyway. So we're looking for a kite that goes like that. So let's see what we can find. And kind of looks like it's a rocket or some sort of LED effect happening. Could be a rocket lead kite or a UFO lead kite. Lead kite. And I'll just try that to start with. And of course there's going to be a lot of options here. Anyways, there's these some UFO ones. course, we might need to see daytime pictures of one so we can see how the black. So you can't see any of the black outline of the kites there, right? You can't see it. See how good it is, you know. There's one with a towel. And that one's multicolour, so you can see that one. That one's getting closer to the shape we're looking for. A stingray type shape. Dragon. Has that same sort of tail tapers off on it. UFO kite. They do look like they have something that sort of lights up underneath. What's that one? They got big long tails on it. Be good if we pin it though. Still think it's going to be something similar to this, but with the tail starting off thick and going downwards. We know what we're looking for. Here we go, something like that. Are you with me now? The tail probably would be thicker at the top though. It sort of had that sort of indentation happening on one of them. Let's just see. No. So we're looking for something like that that's all black. Maybe a slightly thicker tail at the start and tapers off. Here's one. Looks the type of tail that we're after. It also has a similar type shape that it could be. Alright. Make it all black and put some LEDs on it and you're in business. But I'm pretty sure I've come across the one in my head. Where it fires off the bright light at the end. I've seen it somewhere. Maybe in the last 2 years, you know, but still, I still remember it's in my head. Where we can still find it on Google. So here's one that looks like a bat wing. Didn't he say on the video it kind of looked like a bat? So it could be something even crazy design like that, right? Has a thick topper thing coming down to a tail. I'll just catch up on the side comments now before we keep looking. Third phase channel thrown off YouTube. They'll certainly cut down my workload, wouldn't they? Every single wig they show has been debunked by you or others, and how anyone can say they are a truth channel is beyond me. Just liars. Yep. Paul, you can get parachute kites big or small with lights on flying side. Not too sure what you mean there. Parachute kites. I'm not sure how that fits in. Are you saying the white one that comes down very quickly could be a parachute light that hits the other one? What else we got? Aircraft rescue helicopters is always flying around Scotland. Use drones and stitches. This thing looks like it bounces off. Yep, we all agree with that. Quite makes sense. Yep. Okay, so you're all on the same page, by the looks of it. It's just a matter of finding the right one to match it, I think. There's 3 that we've found so far that could be possibles, but you need the ones with the light pattern. Of course, it doesn't mean that they didn't make their own LEDs on it, which makes it even more tricky instead of one off the shelf, right? And I'm pretty sure I have seen this one. Gonna be bright as some of these LEDs, like you can see how bright that gets there. If you put that on the tail fin of a kite, it's going to look like a rocket booster. You can see how big they are too, right? They're 4 men across and a man and a bit high. So they're not small by any means. And there's one that we looked at originally, wasn't it? Kind of fits the right shape that we drew around. But again, LED lights, we just can't get the right light pattern that we're looking for. And we may not. We may not, because it might be a custom one. And we might have to try some other search. So what would you say it was though? Stingray? A rocket? And we need the original image really. That one's out of focus, that one's bad. Where's the original? Let's just have a look again. Yeah, that one hasn't got the other light on. Damn it. Get rid of the drone. We think that one's a drone. Must be this one here. That wasn't the original one, was it? Still. Maybe I cut around it, did I? I think I did. So that's what we're looking for. So let's maybe overlay some images that we think are possible to see how it sort of lines up, maybe. We'll do a search, another search, lead kite, rocket effect, maybe. Maybe just try rocket. Or if I can type it. Okay, so this has come up for rocket. How come? How's that even remotely rocket? Oh, here we go. So I wonder what that one looks like at night time. Does it light up here? And it's got a big tail on it, is it? Could it be that shape? But you've only got that light there and that one there. That one there. That one there and that one there lit. It's a possibility. You can see how big it is here. Look how massive some of these ones are launching here. Big dragons. This is what we got. But you can see these ones have got big tails on them too. Yeah, I got a feeling we're not going to be able to pin this one 100%, but I think we're close to it. Here's one here, it's got a big thick tail on it. And it doesn't even go further on, see that? So, if that was all black with 3 lights on it and 1 at the tail, that could work. We'll just save that one. We'll just save a few of them and see what this one sort of matches. Tedious, I know. What's that? Some sort of snake or dragon. What's this one here? Long snake, snake head. Rockets. Don't think these ones are very good. Look at all the LEDs you can put on it though. So let's go back to the top. Where was the rocket one? Let's just grab this one here. It's a good possibility. See how much the lights line up. What else can we search for? UFO maybe? Okay, that one's got too many lights on it. So is that one, but it's got a small tail going to thick tail. You see, that one's opposite to what we want. I'm pretty damn sure I've seen this one before, but I just can't seem to pin it. When you want to pin it, you can never find it again. What's that one? What's that? No, illuminated kite. There you go. So that's another kite that's got bright lights on it. You can see that it tapers off. And there's some other examples here. So many variations, you know. It's going to be too hard to pin it. So does that mean the guy was hoaxing it? More than likely, he probably knew what he was filming. Yeah, what else can we search for? Maybe the kite is bigger and dark and they put its lights on to make its shape, yeah. But we saw the outline when I drew around it here, right? Possible rough idea of the outline, because you can see the reflections of the lights on the material. And we know the red is actually the night sky. And some of it's going to be atmospheric, so it sort of distorts the light coming off it. But we know the materials in this region, right? You can see here, it sort of has structure. Looks like it's also like fabric, you know. The fabric's sort of got bends and this Because it's not actually black, right? But there's the different shades of black that we've popped out from the filter to try and see what is illuminated behind the lights. It's complicated. But anyway, we just have to keep looking, I think. We could try booster. What's it look like though? It looks like it's got a circle a bit going around here, right? The Chinese are really clever at doing kites, so they've been doing it for centuries, right? Now they've got the technology. So what was some of the ones we saw earlier again? The CPU's going crazy on me. Is that the one? I got those ones. What happened? Went to the rest of them. Is it just locked up? Or what? Oh well. CPU's peaking here for some reason. Stop it! Rocket. Just go back to lead kite again. So where was the ones that we're after? Of course, they don't have to be on cable either. Some of these are remote control. They don't have cables on them. Whether you can get them to hover with RC, I don't know. I would thought you need some torque, you know, like a cable gives some torque to the ground to keep the airflow in a certain direction to be able to keep it hovering in the same location roughly. So yeah, I suppose I'm not going to be able to find the one I wanted now. That one there was one of them. I'll save that one. I know I've seen it before. It's again, it's very annoying. And now I can't find it. And it does fire off looks like a fake rocket engine on it. I think it might have been on a video, maybe. Another video. Like a demonstration video of the kite. Rather than an image here. Frustrating. So even that one looks like it's got a flame. You know? Is that how they do it? Let me just have a look. So for flower lead glory kite. Looks like they're illuminating it from inside, doesn't it? Giving it a more of an effect. Look, it's like double-sided or something. And it's got the LEDs inside, the fabric. We'll just open that one up. Select your English. Where's the nighttime picture of it though? Different colours, but no nighttime. I want to see what it looks like at nighttime. Do we bother saving that one? Oh, we might just save it. Save as. It's going to be HTML. Damn it! How do we save it as an image? We can't. Damn it! We have to do it this one. Save image. Oh yeah, so we've got a few selections here. That one there with the triangle shape, we'd be right on the money, wouldn't we? Combination of the two kites. Now there's a stingray that's illuminated on the outside. Still doesn't match though. And the dragon one, as we know, it's got the thick tail on it. I'm pretty sure I've seen it on a video though. Let's have a look at videos. Remote control. Of course, there's going to be a lot of these things, which is not going to narrow it down for us. Rocket. Yeah. Lead rocket. Huge lighted kites. Yeah, let's have a quick look anyway. It's on Facebook. Alright, we've seen that one. That's no good. Okay. Lead rocket kites. They do call them rocket kites then. Yeah, it's the same one before, isn't it? What's this one here? With plastic. Whoa. That one's 3D. Almost, is it? So if we want LEDs on it. We want to see one that actually illuminates it like a rocket engine. Then we're in business, I reckon. But yeah, not going to find it, I don't think. Maybe you could look after the show. But we got some images here to play with. So let's try that rocket one to start with. Oh. I probably need to scale it up and then make it transparent. Okay, now we're in trouble. What's going on? Yeah, let's rotate it. Transparent. I got something popping up here. Additive kind of works. Color dodge sort of works. What's the best one? Overlay? Not really. Lighten. Well, we'll just try that one. I don't think the size is right. Try and scale it up proportional. Kind of would fit the shape, wouldn't it? That one. But the lights would be off center then. It's got to go more that way. So why is the flame sort of bent more that direction? Well, it's possible, you know. Center light, light over here, light over there. Okay. This or the background one. Maybe further up. So that's in center. But that one seemed to be having the light come on an angle here. And that seemed to rotate around more there. I don't know, it could be. So possible. Now let's try the next one. Sort of fits the shape, doesn't it? That one. Next one, what's that one? Let's scale it up. This one. Okay. Might have to go that way. We need to make it transparent. I think this one's going to have to be a lot bigger. Try and scale it up proportionally. It's gone off the edge of the page. Yeah. Needs to be bigger still, I think. Well, that one does sort of fit, doesn't it, as well? And if it's all black, I'll just that was at the top. Let's adjust the layers. See, I think there's something more coming up that way if you look at the original, where the light's shining off something, right? So I don't think it's that one, but the type of towel could be correct. So that one's not a really good fit. And the rocket one seemed to be the best fit so far. Was it the next one? Now this one had like a real rocket effect on it. So let's scale that one up and see how well that fits the rocket flames. Oh no, that wasn't that one. That was the one that looks like a bit like a plane. Oh. Where's rotate? We want to go that way. Make it a bit more transparent. Definitely a kite with lights on it. Yeah. And the other one drone. Yeah, that's what we can determine anyway, but definitely not aliens being summoned anyway. See, that one fits more of that triangle shape. And possibly the tail. Right, so that one's a good match too, I think. Let's just play around with that. See, it sort of matches up on the tail there. Lights in the middle. And the triangle shape. See that there? Another possibility. That one probably fits a wee bit better than the rocket one, maybe. Even. So let's have a look at the last one. Chemical. How's it going? Okay, where's the other kite? Where is it? That one? There it is. So let's just overlay this one, because this one had the closest to the rocket flame. And but the triangle shape's not there, so oops, I got the wrong thing. I lost the proportion on. I had the control key, not the shift key. Okay, so it's kind of going to be quite big. Layers. Oh, what did I do? And you can see the flame has a really good match, isn't it? Okay. Now, I don't like the shape of it though, that's the only thing, the rest of it. But the flame is a good match. Could those LEDs be on some sort of triangle pattern? That's why it looks like a triangle. Maybe it is that one. You seem to go around that triangle shape there in the middle, right? And it could form a triangle shape on the image, right? There we're getting the triangle edges in, and the rest of the kite. And the light fades off too much. Maybe. Blends in with the night sky. You know, That's sort of pretty close, I think, isn't it? LED kite. Let's just try some of these other options. See if we can merge it better. See, that one's got roundness though. This one's got this pattern happening. But still, that's a good match. I don't know what you think of that one. I think we got some good candidates here though. You could turn off. So really we want a combination of the rocket kite with the thing on the end here. Really, we want to merge it really. So let's try that and see what it looks like. So drag that one originally on. And get the rocket one. That one there, wasn't it? That is a layer. So if you had that same illumination towel on it, bingo. I think the guy's just hooks in, right? So it's not the right size, so we need to scale it up. See, I would be happy more of that shape there. And with that sort of rocket bursting light thing they got happening here. That would look pretty good at night time. You can see here it's got these round patterns on it here. Be perfect for putting LED lights. In the middle there, one there would fit that curvature. Where's the handles gone? Need to zoom out a bit. So the question is, can we find a kite that's got that sort of illuminated bit here? This one's really close, right? So it'll be out there somewhere. Or someone's made up their own variation, cut that off there and joined on that bit there. Which then lights up in the sky. Looks like a flamethrower happening. Anyway, I think we spent enough on that. Go out there, guys. See if you can find the perfect match. It's possible that it could be another drone, though. We haven't even looked at that possibility with the light pattern for drone. But the way the other thing hits it and bounces off, it kind of looks like it's not hitting material, right? Rather than another drone. Because you'd bring it down, wouldn't you, if you hit two drones together? Anyway, we can always come back to it. We've got some ideas now. All that for kites, so we better save our workings in case we want to come back to it. We can spend too long on this stuff. There is drones as well. Drones with rocket flame. See what comes up. Blimps. What's that? Someone will know what it is for sure. Someone will say, "Yep, I know that. I got one of those." Oh, what's that one there? SAP's drone with laser. Ouch, that's going to be expensive. Oh, you never know what you come across when you're searching this stuff, though. What's that one? No, I think the kite was the best fit. You can see also, you see Scott Brando never touches these ones because it's too hard basket. I'm about the only one that sort of touches these ones. Because I'm not scared to make a mistake or fool myself or correct myself later. But Mick West, I don't think tackles those ones either. You see, they tackle the easier ones. So just catch up with what you're saying down the side here. Yeah, it's probably more a mixture of ideas, right? Someone's probably personally made it up. Just a hoax, probably. Even came to Paul's live stream to abuse him. That was Blake Cousins, wasn't it? That was a year ago, though, wasn't it? Telling the world about anybody, my previous... To be fair... not too sure what you mean. Yeah, they don't investigate anything. They just put it up there for views and money. We want real UFOs, but there's just too much garbage out there and too many people faking it now. So just heartening. So yeah. He did say that he never sees them in the wet. So let's see where we can find that. See, there was something that fell off then, wasn't it? Oh no, it was the other drone that bounced off it, right? Now, I still think I'm right with the kite, you know. See how the lights are blinking? They're like a definitely man-made sort of LED thing. And there's that illuminated thing that comes down at the end of the kite, like I was showing you on that flower one. And it looks like it turns on the brightness and it sort of goes downwards towards the tail of the kite. But I'm pretty sure he said he doesn't fly it in the wet. So let's bring up the transcript here. Well, he doesn't see him in the wet. Transcript. Let's see where we can find where it's talking about that. Okay, so here somewhere. They don't appear in the wet. So just get that where he's saying that.
I can never guarantee the weather because if it's bad weather, they don't appear in the wet.
Okay, so there's a clue there, right? You're not going to fly a kite during a storm. So could someone be pranking him, or just someone likes flying kites and he's filming it? or he's part of the hoax, you know, a bit like Robert Bingham. So either one, I don't know.
They never show up when it's raining or foggy or wet and damp, that type of.
So you won't fly a little drone at a kite. That probably was an accident, though. They were probably trying to do a fly past it. Almost looks like it hits the string, actually, and almost loses it there.
Weather. And I said to this couple, Mark and Claire, I said to them, I said, look, you know, if you come over, we're just going to have to hope on a whim of a prayer that they'll show up. And anyway, they did turn up on this particular night, and I took them down to Borsey Ruins, where I was normally, as well, I stand and I video the best shots from a distance. And they turned up, and within 10 minutes of being there, they just started appearing. It was great. And I was getting the Delta craft coming over, the triangular shape.
Absolutely exciting. Tell me, the JSB 007, John, you know, you're filming these crafts. They could be extraterrestrial in origin. Have you had any visitations, any lost time on your end?
Well, to be honest with you, it's about, it's in one of my videos. I think it was just over a year ago. I was down Borsey Ruins on my own, because I often go down there and it's pitch black. There's no lighting around.
Terrible audio on this one, by the way, in the headset, guys.
Ruins, you know, on a public ground there. And I had 3 of these craft hover directly over top of me. And what
Okay, so 3 craft hovering, 3 kites, you know. So, and they don't have to be on cables, remember. But generally the ones that are not on cables are always moving. So I think we're sort of done with this one. I think we've sort of nailed it. I don't know if anyone else has said it's kites in the comments, but we'll have a look. Someone may have information. Oh yeah, that was me flying my kite, you know. I think that's all they're talking about, isn't it? Yep. Just repeating the footage over. So, share this video with a friend, guys. The early bird catches the UFO. So does anyone say it's a kite? I bet some say it's a drone. Looks like an afterburner to me, but it also looks like one of these kites that sort of simulates an afterburner. Where the guy lists, it's surrounded by Air Force bases. Yep. You said that, Charles. But I don't think it's anything to do with planes, this one. Keep on coming, Blake. Okay. The booster looks like an afterburner of a fighter jet. If that was an afterburner of a fighter jet, that thing would be gone off camera, wouldn't it? So it can't be. Pretty interesting video. Yeah, right. The rest of it. Paranormal. So no one's actually saying it's a kite here, boss. But I suppose if they watch this channel, there never will be none the wiser, right? Craft looks very fishy. Hey! Not from another planet, because they would not let themselves be seen. Maybe. That's the assumption, though. They would be seen if they had a malfunction. Best video of 2020. Come on. Is he joking, this guy? He can hear jet engines. So this is why they put music on, so we can't actually hear what's in the background. But it doesn't mean there's no jets flying around as well. So, because we're talking about multiple things in this one. We're saying a drone and kite in this instance. Small car size aircraft. But if that was the case, why aren't they tracking it, you know? It doesn't make sense. So, I think I'm closer to what it is. Why has no one said a drone here? Have they deleted some comments? Someone's got to at least say drone here somewhere. I'm from Scotland, but I live in Leeds, England, and last night at around 10 PM saw something that looked exactly like these guys. So it might be just someone flying lead lights, and these guys are thinking it's UFOs because they watched too much Third Phase and filmed it, I don't know. Had flashing lights, moved very slowly. A white orb circling it, so it could be the same group of guys, right? With their drone and kites. So there you go. There might be a second witness to it. Still, no one's saying anything about drones here. That's kind of weird, I find. Must be someone out there. Come on. Jet, military craft, all gone down the wrong path here, I think. Nikola Tesla, no. Hot air balloon flames like that at night. Possible. But if it was flames and a hot air balloon, it would light up the whole thing. If you remember, we've seen some of those before. So you'd see the flame, but you also see the sort of orange glow, but like a Chinese lantern. So it can't be a hot air balloon. Looks like the real deal. Ignore the idiots, they never ask questions before they know. Hey? What's he talking about? Ah, there's Shelley. Hi, Goofon. Ah, there's Rene. Awesome extraterrestrials. He keeps repeating the same damn thing, doesn't he? Or she-mel. Okay, still. Oh, right. Drones. I was about to give up. They're Amazon drones practicing because Amazon is not authorized. Drones. Looks like practice runs for Space Force. No. Oh well, there are a couple of people. Oh, here we go. Nice drone. And I haven't seen anyone say it's kites though. And the comments are not scrolling. So is that all the comments there are? They must have deleted some, surely. That's all the comments. No way. I don't believe it. Let's see. How many comments there you reckon? 266? Does that look like 266 comments? We've got replies. I don't think it's 266. Let's see. 3 a page. 3, 6, 10, 12, 15, 18, 21, 25, 29. Whoops, went too far. 29. 33, 34, maybe 40 comments there. So where's all the rest of them? I reckon they all gone to spam or something, right? So they don't bother releasing them. Anyway, what else we got? We should move on. 2.5 hours already, guys. Crazy. So what do we got? This one. Let's have a look at this one. Oops.
Third phase.
But first, let's get to this.
Alright, so I'm coming up to this.
Has a YouTube channel and she uploaded this. We've got permission to share it with you via the Hidden Underbelly 2.0 who gained permission for us to share it with you right now. Take a look at this.
Okay, what are we looking at? So there is some extra videos here, not just the LA one. Okay, so it's filmed from a plane, is it? And we got a little small plane passing. Learjet of some sort. So yeah, they won't be using flight radar or anything like that just to prove it. Just like last time they did something like this. Are you going to
Right,
zoom
we're going
in?
to be doing some
There we go.
slow motions, playing it in 30% slow motion, and then some real-time video, and we're going to
Okay.
do some side-by-side comparisons
Still
of
not very
whatever
good though, is
Mariah
it?
Lynn captured shortly taken off from Philadelphia August 20th at about 12:20 a.m. We're getting a pretty good look at it, and I would have to rule out right away that this is any kind of commercial airliner or any kind of...
Yeah, so what did I tell you what these guys do? They'll always tell you what it really is. And they'll say it's not a airliner. It looks like it's a small
airplane or
plane of
helicopter.
some kind.
Something very unconventional about this, and how it comes in. It's very fast, and I got to give it to Mariah Lynn, who pretty much did a great job trying to capture it. It's pretty hard to capture something so quick outside a window. You know, those windows inside those airliners, looking out through those cabin windows.
And we
can
had
be
some motion
tricky at
blur
times,
as well
but
as
what we're
rolling
looking
shutter
at
there, I think, as
seems to
well.
be extraordinary. Brett, what's your thoughts here?
Like, check it out. We got this curious craft coming in. It's quite unique and very unconventional. We don't see any wings, and notice that
Well, we know you don't see wings because they use different colour schemes on planes. Blue tail against a blue background, you're not going to see wings. Tail fins. Okay, so let's maybe grab some of these. But obviously we're going to get motion blur and all that business, so we need to find a good one where it's not distorted by camera artifacts again. Because the camera's moving. If the camera was stationary, looks like they're going to get corruption with the camera, you see. You think it's got wings chemical? Sometimes a bit hard to tell because the wings are angled upwards. Have we got a date and time for it at all? We could just plug it into Plane Finder probably. Yeah, so we got some motion blur happening there, I think. It is moving quite fast, isn't it? But not super fast, you know, like a tic-tac. Boom, gone. It's fast enough to be a plane coming down towards the landing site. It's coming down. So that's just the brightness, alright. So let's try color swapping. Oh, nice color. Oh, that's interesting. When you start swapping all the colors around. So we're looking at a triangle shape there. Kind of looks like it could be tapering up the back there and nose going down that way. So if we're looking at the object below the haziness, kind of looks like it could be a Learjet type shape, doesn't it? So what we're doing is we're taking away some of this outer layer, and we're seeing the shape within, and it looks like it's kind of like a Learjet shape. So let's just bring up a Learjet, and of course they're white because they're going to reflect very badly. Could also be a Piper plane that they use banners with. So yeah, I reckon we're going to get an angle of one of these Learjets. On a side view, really. There's one there, isn't it? See how sort of pointy nose it's got, and it angles up quite a lot at the end. Is there any better ones out there? See how pointy the nose is? And you can see how much it angles at the back on that one. We want a combination of those two pictures, really. And we'll take some more snapshots. But there are various designs, isn't there? Why doesn't it look so angled when we look at that to that? Doesn't look as angled. Is that a different model? I suppose we can't really see it because of the wings. You see how close the wings are to the body? So if you saw it on the side here, you're not going to see the wings unless it's tilted towards your view, unless it's banking, right? So, but it does have that sort of pointy nose. So let's see if we can, that one there would have been perfect probably. That one's close. Got the landing gear down, but they clipped the nose off. That would have been almost perfect, that one. Because we can actually see the angle. Side view. I hit one. That one's probably not too bad. Let's just save that anyway as a reference. That one is better for some reason though, because it's lit up underneath darker. Okay. Let's grab some other images.
Tell as it.
Let's see, we'll super zoom it.
Trails whatever this object.
Looks like it's bending and slowly going away from us. So we're going to see the back end of it.
Metallic, definitely.
See that? It's turning away from us.
We've been having strange occurrences in the
so now we're seeing behind it here.
Skies. People have been seeing jetpacks. People, humanoids flying. Could this be what we're looking at here? Notice that.
I think it was a plane turning and we're seeing the two engines at the back. Okay, so let's...
Right, we're going to be doing some slow motions, playing it in 30% slow motion, and then some real-time video. And we're going to do some side-by-side comparisons of whatever Mariah Lee.
Okay, that there, it looks like a Learjet again, doesn't it? See how it sort of tapers up? And the pointy nose is going away from us now. But we should see maybe the wings.
Captured shortly. Take.
Mind you, the wings would blend in with the body because you can see from the picture that we got that they're sort of angled up near the engines at the back. I think it's a Learjet. it fits the right shape. I can't even see where it is now. Flight radar
Right, we're
would
going to be
make it
doing
easy.
some slow motions, playing it in 30% slow motion, and then some real-time video.
See there, I think we can see the landing gear even, right? It's little black lumps underneath. Let's grab that one. Wrong icon. We're only dealing with a few pixels here, and that's zoomed in as well, isn't it? So, it doesn't help us. If only if they had decent cameras on these smartphones, right? They better zoom in and see, oh yeah, it's just another plane. Yeah, I think it has got wings, but they're sort of blended in with the body. And you can see as it turned, you can see the two engines at the back. And open. But you can't, the really proof is to get the correct flight number and the day and all that, and just track it on flight radar and see if any white Learjets pass by. This solved within like 10 minutes probably. You know, here we're trying to muck around with poor video quality. So could that be landing gear? Could well be, but we've got some compression artifacts as well, which isn't helping. It looks like it's got a tail fin coming up here. So let's see if we can enhance it. Come on. You can see here. You can make it into more of a tic-tac. Got some strange patterns going across. Does look like it's tapering off there, and looks like it's got a tail going up to me. Just play around the filters. Which one we got it on? Got it on the right one. Yeah, that side of it's not helping us much. Just look like it's tapering up therewards. Yeah, we just ain't got enough definition really, have we? To pop it out. Just need a few more pixels and then we'll be in business. But there we go. I think that bit there where it's most brightly is where the wings are, right? That looks like a tail fin. So it looks like let me draw on it. Looks like it's like the wings here. It looks like they've got the tail fin going up that way. Looks like a tail fin that way, right? Looks like the wings are here, because that's where we're getting the most reflection. And it looks like it's tapering off down to a point there. Kind of looks like a plane. So have we got any date and time specifics on this at all? Let's just plug it into flight radar. I know it's tedious. LAX, they witnessed, no, it's not LAX. This is some other footage. Maryland. Okay, Let's see what we got. That looks like the right one. Sometimes if you get the full video, normally it's a few other clues on it because they cut it off, right? So again, we got no information. Age restricted video. Why? UFO sighting. 31st of August. And we haven't got anything here. Underbelly. Great sighting. Suck ass. You just want to make money of it. Give you full credit. How many subs did you get out of it? Was it really worth sharing it? 37 subs. Yeah, so what else we got? What is your flight number? Yes, here's someone. I'd like to run it through Flight Radar 24. That's never going to happen, is it? 2 hours ago. Someone else is onto it. Someone might be watching my channel, huh? Hey, so what else? Thank you. Philadelphia. But no time. Damn, no flight number. That's really frustrating, isn't it? What have we got on here? I bet it's alleged. I'd really like to prove it. So we might have to ask questions on this one and see if she reply. So what should we ask? What is it going to let us? We need more details for proper investigation. Flight number. That would really help a lot because we can just track the plane and see any planes that are flying near it at any point of the time of flight. Flight number, date and time. What else do we need to know? Probably that's it, really. We wouldn't really need to know the location, but location can be happy. Philadelphia, by the looks of it, anyway. Cheers. See if I hear back. That we checked everything here, didn't we? Oh, right, here we go. But we still got no flight number. 20th, about 11:20 AM, about Philadelphia. So we probably could try, but it would be nice to have a flight number. So let's see. Is it still logged in? No. Let me just log it in on the other screen. I'd do that just in case it reveals any private information. What do I sign up with though? Google, Facebook. I think it was Google. This is what we pay memberships for. This is why a channel needs to have money coming in to help me pay for the tools we use. So I'll just see if we can find Philadelphia. Okay, so whereabouts are we now? Oh, at the top of America, is it? Yep, I think so. Certainly got busy since they let the airports not worry about Corona much. Philadelphia, here it is. It's in that nice area where we get lots of plane traffic. So it's going to make it harder for us. 11:20 p.m. was it? Where was it? Let's see if I can memorize it. Where was it? Oh, AM. 20th of August. Philadelphia. So we need to work out the UTC sign. Okay, so this is where we can go wrong. Philadelphia UTC. This is going to be fun. Not. So it says negative here, but we have to add it on, don't we? +4, so it's +4 at the moment, is it? Current time zone -4 GMT. There's got to be an easier way to work out this. I think it's +4, opposite to what that says. Let me just see. I think it was +4 that we used last time. Let's see. Oh, was it -4? Oh god. Maybe you can just plug both in just to be sure. So what's this telling us? UT sign is currently 9:20 p.m. And what is it normally? Current time. Oh. Is 8 a.m. And there's the -4 there. This is confusing. Okay, let's just try that one. AM. Doesn't say whether it's UTC or what. ET time, is it? What's that stand for? Eastern Daylight Time. I think it's +4. So if it's 11 a.m., you've got a +4 on it, which would make it 3 a.m. the next day. Is that right? No. Yes. No. Make it 3 p.m. The 21st of August. Oh well, let's plug it in. Or does it scroll up too much? That's crazy. So 23. That's 23. 121. 21. 3 p.m. I think. 3 p.m. which would be 1500. Does that make sense? Yeah, we'll try it. Eventually we'll get good at flight radar. It's so easy to go wrong. Was it 320? 310, 15. I tell you, this is why the flight number would make it so much easier. 15, 15, go. Oh, so yeah, you can see we're going to have a problem without the flight number. New York. A lot of small planes around there. There's obviously the main airport here, is it? Now this is where I can't select the planes, right? Because it doesn't let me zooming in. Or it won't let me select it. Buggy. Ridiculous. Now it's zooming in. Hey, we've got one. Small white plane. Just a little tiny one here, but I can't seem to get it. Looks like the right size that we're after. Philadelphia. And which way is it heading? Yeah, we're going to need to know their flight number. That's just crazy. Another small white plane. Typical. Why can't I get that one though? There we go. Did I get it? Aha! Could be that. Is that a Piper? Piper, and where's it hidden? Hidden that way. So that means the plane would have to be flying parallel to it this way. If it was. Or this side of it here. Yeah, we're not going to be able to pin it. Not without more information. I can't even select it, you see. It's just stupid. Got it this time. No picture. So that doesn't really help us. That fits the shape, and that's the Learjet, isn't it? So there's one going that way. And we'd have to find which way their plane was going though. Is that a Learjet? Looks like it, doesn't it? See how the wings angle up here? So that's where that bright blob happens, right? And you don't see the wings because it blends in with the body. I think that's a Learjet, isn't it? 11,000 feet. If we track that one, we have to see if it's going downwards, then we'd know for sure. Because it looked like it was heading downwards. Where's the manufacturer make? Where's the model number? Aircraft type. What's that say? E145. LR. Learjet, is it? Embracer. Alright, so what's that? What type of plane is that? Is that like a Learjet then? Or is it a Learjet? I don't know. What is that? Looks very Learjet-y, doesn't it? So that's in the sky the same day. It's very long though. A lot longer than a Learjet, isn't it? So I'm not too sure on that one. Where would the other plane be hidden? It would have to be this side of it or that side of it down here. Is there any planes below it? I can't see any. What's that one there? Another small white plane, but it's got a colourful tail on it. American flag. Another Embracer, and that one's heading that direction. And that was the other one here, wasn't it? Two of them. No? It looks like another small passenger jet. Where was the other one then? Must have been that one there. Yeah, so we know that size is a small plane. There's a Piper, I think. Piper plane. Well, let me select it. Damn it. So there's a plane coming in here. 20-seater commercial. And that's flying towards it. This direction. And if it's coming down to land, were they coming into land or were they going away? Again, we're going to need a flight number. So it could be this one here, Learjet heading towards them, going downwards. So maybe just click on that one again. And let's just play it, see if it goes down altitude. And that's going away. So it can't be that one. No, just guessing here, I think. Where was the other Learjet? Here, wasn't it? Or Embracer, or whatever it's called. Another one. That's not the same one we were looking at before. There's a lot of these little planes around. So that's heading away from a passenger jet that's just taken off here. Ooh, bright yellow. Yeah, I don't know. Could be anywhere here, couldn't it? But yeah, there's a lot of planes that fit it. So we get more information on that one. We'll leave it for another day. Embracer is probably what we're looking at. I suppose it does look kind of skinny looking going this way though. Anyway, we need to look at the other LX one and wrap up, I think. I'll just back it up anyway, stick it in there. Okay, so why is that moved? What else I got here? the same video? Yep. Oh, that's her one. Where's their one?
Video, and we're going to do some side-by-side comparisons of whatever extraordinary what's on the internet. And
LAX airport. Near the landing line, you know, where they...
Pac-Man or a bizarre military experiment going on close to the major LAX airport. We've got a special report again coming in from Richard Giordano and Doc Skinner. Let's start it off with Richard. What's going on over there in LAX?
A guy on a jetpack was seen at 3,000 feet in the path of airplanes, commercial flights that are heading to LAX airport. Near the landing line, you know, where the airplanes come in for a landing. They said, a pilot said he saw a man on a jetpack. Not only the one pilot, but a second pilot saw a man on a jetpack at 3,000 feet.
Tower, American 1997. We just passed a guy in a jetpack.
American 1997, okay, thank you. Were they up to your left side or right side?
Off the left side, maybe 300 yards or so, about our altitude.
That jet...
Oh yeah, so what does that sound like to you guys? Does it sound like possibly a man in a jetpack flying around a busy airport? Or does it sound like one of those character balloons? To me, it sounds like one of those character balloons. Now, I actually did find the link where it was published, which is on this page here. Unsolved mystery, airline pilot reports seeing a guy in jetpack. And that takes you to a... Oh, yeah, I meant to look at that too, didn't I? Takes us to another link, which is a web page for Fox, of all things. Investigating pilots report guy in jetpack flying 3,000 feet in the airplanes. And that'll be what they just played with the beacon. And don't know if there's any solutions on the page at all. Here we go. Maybe it was a Mylar balloon or a small helicopter years ago. A man-town lawn chair flew aloft. That's going to be a Mylar balloon, character balloon, isn't it? So let's see. Helium. I slid it off the bed again. Let's do some searches. Helium. Balloon. Character, probably. So what character balloons have jetpacks? Or maybe it looks like it's got a pack on the back. Jetpack. I can try it first, I suppose. Images. And none of those. Spider-Man, no. Buzz Lightyear, is that a balloon? That looks like a real jet man. They can fly around about 30 minutes, I think. These jetpacks they're mucking around with. I think I've covered it before though. Buzz Lightyear. Looks like Scott Brando. He's talking about it already, is he? Okay. What else we got? We don't want Scott Brando's opinion yet. We want to see what we can find out. But where is this character balloon? And that's the other famous one that we often see around, and that's got a jetpack sort of thing on the back of it. Oh, right, Scott Brando again. So we probably need to narrow down the search. Looks like it's funny how he seems to get in the search engine. He must get a lot of traffic. to his website, or Twitter account at least. So yeah, there's a couple of possibilities. Maybe. Let's see. Stormtrooper. And also you got, what's the other character? Bounty Hunter. So let's have a look on this. So we got some angles. You can see how big it is. It's quite big. And you can change the angle of the gun. So we want to see all angles of it. We want to see behind. Yeah, right. They only show us the front view. Did they say what color it was? Was it white? Black? Have we got any other information? Can't see any information on color. Common sense would say. Shame there's no dash cam for planes, right? Guy in a jetpack, but there's not enough information. We want color. Would you see a dark color with a plane coming towards you? Or would you see a white color? You're more likely to see a white color, aren't you? And then a dark color. How do we get a picture of it behind though? Maybe you guys can figure that one out in the search. It's always the same side. So what was the other one? We'll have a look. Buzz. Bounty Hunter. Bounty Hunter. Okay, what's that got? Is that how you spell it? Bounty. I think that's how you spell it. It's got a U in it, hasn't it? Bounty here. Oh, right. There it is. And it hasn't come up. I'm pretty sure there is a Bounty Hunter one you can get as well. Probably, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe. Okay. Buzz Lightyear. But the Stormtrooper looks more like a man, right? Buzz Lightyear looks too chunky, you know. Buzz Lightyear. Alright, so there is a balloon. For balloon. Have we got the back view of it? They don't cost very much, but how big are they? Now this one doesn't have any size like the other one. At least the other one had a picture of a boy next to it. Right, 53 inches. So what's that? 12 inches a foot. That would be adult size, wouldn't it? Looks like Scott's found those two, and they look like they could be possibles. What else? Alright, there's a side view of a printed version of him. I suppose it does look like he's got a jetpack on. I should have a drink. What other things could it be? They're the two possibles because it fits the sizes. Quite a lot of money to throw up in the sky there. What was it? $36, was it? I suppose they could may have let it go. Stormtrooper. Well, let's see. What's the Stormtrooper look at in the back of it? Stormtrooper. There's that loose connection again. I don't know if it's affecting the stream or not. There, so we've got Stormtrooper. So what's on the back of him? Are you going to show us? I think it has a little square backpack, doesn't it? Or maybe some of them do, some of them don't. I don't know. It's hopeless, isn't it? Want a back view. There must be a back view. Okay, let's try back. Word back and front. Back, pack. Here we go. Ah. Yeah, wrong one. Damn it. Alright. Oh, here we go. So, what has they got in the back? So it doesn't sort of fit a jetpack, does it?
Let's party!
Whoa, the battery fully charged. Yeah, it doesn't look like a jetpack, though. But I suppose it could be... Surely you'd say there's a stormtrooper flying around, right? You should be able to recognise the head of it, surely. So yeah, I don't know. There's got to be something better out there. Character balloon with a raw jetpack. What other characters are there? So I thought the bounty hunter had something more on the back. What's that one there? Bounty hunter. Probably need to get some more information on what color they were looking at. I wasn't zooming out. So what are you saying? Yeah, you think pilots would know a stormtrooper from a Buzz Lightyear, but how long did they see it for? A few seconds, you know? And they might think it had like some sort of helmet on it, you know? So it could be misleading if it flew by. See, that one's got a backpack on it, hasn't it? To the bounty hunter. So I wonder if there's a bounty hunter version. See, that one there, if I saw that, I probably would have said it was a jetpack. You know? So the question is, do we get the bounty hunter blow up? Bounty hunter balloon, let's try that. And nothing's popping up, right? So So I don't think it's anything to do with aliens, though. It's either going to be a real jetpack person, or it's going to be one of these balloon characters. What else could it be? Other characters out there. I'm not really up to date with all the kids' balloons nowadays. I grew up with the Flintstones and Jetsons. I suppose we might have to kick that one in the butt for a time being too. Maybe we'll get the FBI report on it. See, it could have been like an advertising balloon, you know, like if you put a helium balloon of a Skywalker outside a shop and it sort of got broken away, it could quite easily fly towards airplanes, right? So I say they'd be using it for advertising balloons. Someone will come forward and say, yeah, that's my balloon that got away. And then we have more of an answer. I wonder if we can ever get follow-up on this. But we're going to keep an eye on that one, I think. And just put it on the back burner for now. I'll post the link down the side there. Remind me to look for it. See if there's any update for it. Pack. I suppose we've lost JD by now. It must be past his bedtime. Did he go? Oh no, he's still here. Well, you're going to get in trouble. You don't have to get up early, do you? No, he probably posted that ages ago, did he? Better catch up with the comments here, just in case you told me to look at something. They flew along with the Emirates aircrafts a few years ago. Watch men wearing jetpacks, hey? YouTube, alright, incredibly fly alongside a jumbo jet. So you're saying there's a video there. You can actually post a link to the YouTube video if you feel it's going to benefit us. And that way I don't have to search for it myself. You can just post a link to the video. Jetpack flyer above Los Angeles airport. When was that today? 14 hours ago. Did someone actually get a video of it? That would be good. Oh no. What's that? Alright, it's one of those guys with the flying suits, is it? So everybody's jumping on that one. Is that the type of video you're talking about here, is it? Is that the one? Ah, yeah, those flying suits, right? Did they do that as a stunt, did they? Or did they get permission to do that? I don't think they would do it illegally, surely. Got a lot of music on it. Looks like they're planning it. So yeah. Iron Man, does that have a jetpack? It does, doesn't it? Maybe it's an Iron Man character balloon. Let's just have a quick look. Iron Man balloon. But surely they would recognise the Iron Man balloon as well. Surely. We can't see the back of it. Spider-Man. I don't know. It's going to be one of the other, isn't it? Okay. Iron Man was a dead loss there. What's this here? Iron Man flies 150 miles per hour. Is that what he just looked at? So, there's one of those wingsuits, yeah. Yeah, we need more details, don't we? Was it a triangle shape? Was it man shape? Was it black? Was it white? We'll just leave that one there. So much for doing MUFON cases again. Was there any other information?
Flying at an altitude of 3,000 feet at the time.
LAX airport area, airspace.
Yeah. The ride will only last 5 minutes or less. So for this guy to be at 3,000 feet is amazing. Some jetpacks can get...
Well, we've seen on that video, obviously, they'll fly quite a fair distance.
Get up as high as 6,000 feet, but I would think they would need significant...
somewhere else. Near LAX, that's a big no-no. So, it was...
So these guys don't add anything to it, really. I don't think they even mentioned that it could be a character balloon, you know. Anyway, what was the other stuff they had here? I think that's it for them, isn't it? And I'll just finish up on these last bits here that probably put us at 4 hours again. There's only 2 of you left now, is there? Found one. Right, radio controlled flying Superman. Yeah, it's a possibility, isn't it? I think we still need more details here, Charles, though. We're sort of just guessing, really, but we know it's not going to be aliens. Yeah. See, Superman. So that could easily be it, right? Someone could have just illegally been flying it around the airports. Remote controlled flying human. It's going to be something like that, isn't it? Well, we'll see if we ever find out more information on it. We may have that one well and truly researched now. We've got some ideas. The rest of that we won't bother with. I think we got most of that stuff out the way. Did I post that link? I did, didn't I? Posted the website. Now that brings us to Alien Addict, which I just want to touch on just a wee bit, so probably another 10 minutes. So he put out this interview here with this guy known as David. Paranormal meets ufology. And I just want to have a listen to what he says here, and I'll just go over a few images that he puts up as well and see what you think. Might need to amp it up a wee bit. So we're playing it under fair use here, clip. I don't know if it's got captions. It has.
I told him, like, listen, I've never had a UFO, I've never seen a UFO, nothing. But I have had all these paranormal, and I started telling him, and he's like, have you ever looked for a UFO? Have you ever just gone out in your backyard and looked up at the sky at night? And I was like, well, no. I mean, I never had. And so I told some of my friends who I've known for years, we went out in the backyard and we're like, hey, tonight we're going to look for anomalous objects. And they're like, all right, whatever. As long as I'm buying the beer, they didn't care. So we sat out in the backyard, start working our way through a case, and sure enough, we start seeing little lights in the sky. And something interesting happens. I have one friend starts having, well, okay, so this is the first time. The first time we went out there, he started getting aggressive with my other friend, and these guys have known each other. I've known them. We're all friends. And this thing starts deteriorating, and I'm just kind of watching it like, this is going to get into a physical altercation. I was like, this is well outside of the norm of either of their behaviors. And as I'm looking up, I can see this one bright light, and this one bright light spreads into 3 lights that form up like a triangle. And it's just kind of sitting overhead. And I'm like, hey guys, you should really look up. Look at this. Look at this thing in the sky. These 2 idiots are totally not paying attention to me, and they're at each other's throats. And I physically sat one down, calmed the other down, and then we talked through it. And I'm like, hey, look. And
so again, they're talking about bright lights in the sky that forms a triangle pattern. Okay. And I thought, well, why didn't they videotape it or video it? And apparently they see it quite regularly. So we'll just carry on, and I'll just break it down what they could be have seen, but we can only guess what they've seen.
And at that point, nothing there. And then one guy goes home, he kind of feels like an ass. The other guy goes home, feels like an ass.
So if they're fighting, right, sees a triangle, looks down, and then looks up, the triangle's gone, right? So that's a clue there, for starters.
We get them back out another night, and we're talking, and I'm showing them. So because I saw some that night, I decided I had some night vision, but it's older generation stuff. And I decided, you know what? I have a couple extra dollars laying around. I went out and got a pair of PVS 7s, Gen 3 Plus, and a pair of PVS 14 Gen 3 Plus auto gated, and which is night vision. You can Google what that is. Went out in the backyard and started looking at the sky. And so we're all sharing these 2 pairs, looking at it, and we see objects moving, stopping, showing bright in the infrared spectrum, dimming, and then moving off again. Crazy stuff. Now, witnesses. Now, one of these guys is an Annapolis graduate, former Navy officer, did 2 tours, rock of the earth kind of guy. And the other dude is a professional. I'll just leave it there. I don't want to get into it. He's a professional. Solid men, sane witnesses, both blown away. We're both taken aback. And while we're watching this, one gentleman is having a religious experience, and the other one is having an episode of fear and anxiety, and it's the opposite. And again, I'm just sitting in the middle watching this go down, like, what the hell is this? Like, their reactions is just as interesting as what I'm seeing. And while we were watching this, there was this large star off to the side that had been sitting there, and I'd never really noticed it before, but it didn't move. It didn't do anything. So I was like, well, I just never noticed it because, again, I don't just sit out in the backyard and look at the sky. I got other things to do.
So that could be Venus. It could be Vega, which we looked at last live stream. If you joined me for that one, people don't notice these things until they start looking at the sky. So he said that it seemed to flash at them as it was passing, stop. To me, that kind of sounds like a Iridium satellite passing by, right? They spin around, reflect sunlight, and they're gradually moving away. And they can appear to be stopped as well, can't they? Because of the angle, which way they might be going. Might be heading off on a slight angle from you. So yeah, this guy really needs to document it, you know, just to prove for himself that it's not man-made. So I find this interview a wee bit strange. He says, why would I need to prove it to you? We sit there and watch it all the time. Well, they need to prove it to themselves. So they need to prove that they haven't been mistaken satellites, or some aircraft lights also happen to be passing at the same time. Multiple events in the sky.
And my one buddy, the naval officer, he's like, that's not a star. And I was like, what? And he's like, no, because this guy is also a former Eagle Scout. So if there's a star out of line, he knows. He's fully aware. He has that merit badge. And he learned it out in the Navy. And he looks at the dude. There is no star right there. There's nothing that bright. He's like, that's Vega. And he just starts going off into everything else. And so we're like,
so he talks about Vega there, right?
And they're looking at it, and we're all watching it. And the thing spreads into 3, and they just vanish.
Wow. So
something had been sitting there the whole night. And
so another possibility there. Skydivers that split into 3. We've seen it on many videos. So yeah, it's still not convincing to me.
And while all this has been going on.
Well, they're doing their thing, yeah. So now we have.
So we're seeing the skydiver video. Was it last time I brought it up? I did, wasn't it? Last time you could see it was like a bright blob in the sky. It just seemed to be like hanging there, and then it splits into 3, 4, 5, depending on what skydivers are doing it. Golden Knights or what's the other ones? Fast Tracks. They all do slightly different routines. So it could have been that. We don't know what the location the sky's at. So this is why they need to document it. Because it might be just something they're practicing over an airfield right next door, and it might be a regular thing, you see.
We have a thing where we go out every Friday night, and we sit out there. Sometimes all 3 of us can make it, sometimes we can't. These guys went and bought night vision as well. They went and bought their own sets of PVS 14s. And so we sit out there and watch crazy stuff and drink a few beers. And we bought those super high power laser pointers, because now we'll laser point and flash the things, and the things flash back. I even bring my sister and brother-in-law and my mom.
Yeah, so we heard that before. Laser pointers at Iridium satellites, and they blink back at them, and they think it's communicating back, right? But yeah, I don't think a skydiver would be very happy with them firing a high-powered laser towards their faces. So they should really know if it's aliens or man-made stuff that's going on. Because you don't know if you're going to blind someone.
Mom out one night to watch it, and my brother-in-law had like a spiritual awakening. He actually bought a pair of my night vision off me. So he paid me, and I went and bought another. What's that?
Have you filmed this ever?
Exactly.
No, we haven't. We have not done that yet. The general gist is it's been brought up, but nobody's committed to it. It's kind of like a thing we know we're not supposed to do. Like no one grabs their cell phone. I have a full spectrum camera. We just never taken it out.
This guy's got so much equipment and it's not being used properly. So something's fishy with this guy, I find, anyway. I don't know what you think so far of the interview. But, yeah. He comes across, he's talking like spiritual things, religious stuff here. Like we're not meant to film it. I don't know, it's all wishy-washy nonsense again,
I don't know, it seems kind of private. Is that, I mean, it sounds weird, but I don't know, it seems private. I don't know, we've thought about it, and maybe we will. I mean, but then again, we don't really talk about it with anyone other than us, and we don't need proof because we've all seen it.
Yeah.
And if I did, like who am I going to...
Okay, so if they're in America or somewhere, there's going to be other people filming the same event, right? Because there's millions of people in these cities over there, so something's not right here. We back up his story, that's right, Charles. JD. Photo on a phone, yeah, that he talks about smartphones, but no one bothered taking a picture. But we know how shit smartphones are.
To show it to, I don't want to be fan. I don't want anyone to, hey, you have this footage? Can I? No, hell no, I don't want no part of that. Yeah, I sent you the video of the thing on my porch.
You did, yeah.
I got death threats.
Okay, so we're straight to a security camera, right? And let's have a look at it and I'll tell you what it is.
It's over that.
See that little faint thing moving around?
So I've been down that road trying to provide people proof or evidence into a thing, and a religious high-powered laser pointer, and we don't really talk about it with anyone other than us, and we don't need proof because we've all seen it.
Yeah, yeah.
And if I did, like, who am I going to show it to? I don't want to be fan. I don't want anyone to, hey, you have this footage? Can I hell no, I don't want no part of that. Yeah, I sent you the video of the thing on my porch.
You did, yeah.
I got death threats over that. So I've been down that road trying to provide people proof or evidence into a thing.
Yeah, so out of focus blob on a security camera, what's that tell you? That it's something crawling on the lens, right? The IRD light. Just trying to get to it, but
insect. And then when I saw all of them,
I'm like, insect. Of course, it's insect.
I think I was explaining to you last time. There is an older video, and I didn't believe in orbs at the time until I saw one in my video, and I just thought it was dust. But when the dust starts traveling up, I'm like,
yeah,
and there's no.
The dust does travel up, mate. We just saw it on LG's video today where the mattress falls down. You can see the dust goes shooting upwards. It doesn't take much of a draft for dust to flick. In fact, you can get water droplets in the air too that do exactly that.
Fan in my room, I use a Mac, and the Mac was away from that. There's very little kind of air blowing from a Mac, and it
doesn't take much to blow dust around because you breathe it in all the time, right? That's why you have bogies. It's not. But yeah, large chunks of stuff floats around all the time. If you ever see bright sunlight shining through a window, you can actually see it in the air in some rooms, right? All you have to do is sit down on the chair and dust pops out through the fabric of the chair, like he's sitting on here moving around, and dust just shoots upwards because it's fired out sideways off the chair and goes whizzing around on his camera, and that picks it up, right? But does he play that thing again? Because the footage was pretty bad, I thought. Does he play it again? Let's see.
So yeah, I mean, what is in your video? I mean, do you mind if I show a clip of that while we talk?
No, man. I sent you.
So let's see if we can slow it down, mute it. I just want to prove this is a bug. Okay, we got something over here already. It looks like a tree there. We got a tree or something there. I think we've probably got a bug on the screen here that's illuminated. Let's just play it. And it's jumped off, right? So it's leaked off the lens there. And what happens next? There we go. Fly coming back at us. Or moth. Alright, it's heading towards the lens, coming towards it now. And I think it's on the lens now. Walking around, right? Walking around the lens. Turning around. And there was another one that just showed up here. Then jumped off very quickly. This one's still walking around the lens. Get to the bright stuff so we can't see it now. There it is. And gone down to the corner. Seems to be a few bugs flying around there. Is it walking up again? Where is it gone? Walked off the edge of the lens. So what do you think? I saw multiple bugs in there. So probably that's all we can do on that one. If you want to go and listen to the full interview, I'll give you the link to it. I don't care if I'm promoting him. But I wish he wouldn't do black and white though. It kind of makes me feel cold every time I watch it. in winter, it makes you shiver. So AA talking UFOs and ghosts, or whatever you want to call it. Did it paste in? There we go. Go and watch it after the show if you want to. But talking about the 3 lights in the sky, I'm not too sure if you know, but Iridium satellites travel in 3s. Okay, so they're called satellite triads. So this is some learning for you. And there's a picture here of one. While binocular observing from North California on August 19th, 2004. So not too sure what time they're outside drinking, but you can see it's always near darkness or early morning when you see these Iridium satellites. I picked up a trio of satellites moving from northwest to overhead and passing through Cygnus. I'm sure they were satellites as 3 turned reddish at the time. So he talked about, didn't he say a flashback of red before disappearing into Earth's shadow. And of course they disappeared when he looked up, right, when they were fighting or something. So it could be something like this. And if you open up this image here, tickle. Hang on, I just cough. C19. I'll be quarantined if I am. Okay, so I'm not sure if I can get it bigger. But you can see we're going to look for pixel UFOs. Okay, there's one. You can see how bright that one is. That one's dimming. And there's the third one. And they always travel in 3s. And they fly across the sky. And that's where you can get a lot of these triangle shapes, I guess. And you can see there that one looks like it's in the evening as it's getting darker and the sun's reflecting low on the horizon. But yeah, that's what UFOs look like, you know, the old TR-3B. So spotting one of these triads can be startling experience, right? But they're rather well known among satellite watchers and UFO buffs. They are Naval Ocean Surveillance System NOSS satellites formations, commonly known by the name White Cloud. These clusters travel around the Earth in high, roughly circular polar orbits. The oldest surviving trio was launched in 1986. They are usually magnitude 5 to 7. I think that's brightness. Not too sure the terminology there, but under the right conditions they can really be seen with the naked eye. There you go. So kind of does fit what they were saying. And if you flash a laser beam at them, and of course they're spinning, they're going to reflect light back and it looks like they're talking to you. So it could easily be that. This is why they got to record it and submit it for experts to tell you. Not say, oh, I don't need to be told that what I saw was a UFO, which is just absolutely nonsense, right? And that's the sort of thing hoaxers do as well. I don't have to prove a thing, they say. I get that all the time on Twitter. I don't have to record it for you because I've seen it myself, you know. That's the attitude out there. And I always find those ones are the ones often are balloon summoners recording balloons all the time. So I'll put that there if you want to have another look at that photograph better. I don't know if you can zoom in as much as I can though. So they're called triads. And that's something new I found out today too. So yeah. There you go. Always learning something new. I've never heard anyone mention that before. And I suppose I better wrap up, guys. Getting to 4 in the morning. 4 hours. Coming up to 4 hours. So it's now 1:30 in the morning. Although I probably could go another 2 hours if I wanted to. But I think I've probably done enough for one night. And we still might have more time for MUFON stuff come Saturday again. Hopefully you enjoyed what I did anyway. Ah, right, I forgot about MUFON stats here. I might just bring that up while I've got it here on this one before I go. Susan sent me this today and I thought, oh yeah, that's quite good. I might just show people this. But this is all the stats for August, which has now gone past, and they summed up the stats. So sightings by country for August is 518 for United States, and Canada for 53, United Kingdom 24, but most of the other countries are 5 or less, right? So we just go through that. See, 1, I think New Zealand was 3 in the list. Did I see New Zealand there? Go back, New Zealand 3. I wonder what the 3 were. I didn't hear it on the news. So maybe we need to search it on the database next time. Remind me to have a look, see if we can find them. Because so far I've looked at New Zealand ones and they've been all explainable, right? Like most things. And we've got some other ones here. The 518 are broken per state, and the most common one here is California. Right. New York, the next biggest one. So the 2 coastal cities, Florida as well as coastal city. Then you got Texas, Air Force bases, Arizona, Air Force bases, and it gets less and less. What else are we looking for here? So you can see how little all over America the sightings are, which is kind of interesting. And the shape of the object, the most common one is circular, balloons, sphere, balloons, other, whatever that means, hexagon shape maybe, or star shape, triangle 50, star-like, so that can't be other then, 48, which again is probably going to be balloon, unknown. How can you have an unknown shape? Disc, oval, cigar, and square, rectangular, tic-tac, 14, cylinder 13, fireball 10, egg shape 9. So I'm not sure where those reports are. I think we looked at a couple, didn't we? And they turned out to be blimps. Anyway, just move on. Tic-tac, cylinder, egg shape, boomerang 9. Blimp only 4. Saturn-like. So that's a circle with a ring around it. 1. So maybe it was Saturn. Distance from witness. So here we go. This is what we really want to find out. Is those reports where they got camera footage less than 100 feet, right? 69. 100 feet, that would be a good one too. So there's at least a couple hundred reports there where people should really have a good video recording of it then. 1 mile away, it's getting a wee bit too far away from the camera then, isn't it? And over a mile's too far away and unknown. So yeah, maybe I'll just leave it there to remind us next time to look for Saturday. Maybe just copy into there just in case I delete it. Did it copy? Don't seem to come up with anything. Seems to be there. Anyway, wasn't too bad tonight. I'll just say good night. Listen, we've got some early starters now joining us from America, is it? Not saying hello though. So who we got with us still? JD, Charles, Hardcores, maybe Ken's there lurking. Hello Ken, and thanks for commenting mostly, because interaction is important. Side chat and liking. And if you can share, we might get more people like yourselves joining in on the live video analysis. I should have said sharing, but that doesn't matter. Yeah. But I didn't play any of my fancy effects. But we did have a Men in Black moment there at the start, didn't we? So anyway, good night guys. I'll see you again Saturday, yeah? Is it coming up? Seems a bit behind Google. There we go. If you missed the rest of the show, just wind back, and when it's fully processed, you'll know, because the side chat will pop up down the side, and then you know it's ready processed, ready to go. And you can choose your DPI. Normally just choose 1080p so you can read the fine print. But yeah, 48p probably be okay if you don't want to read. Yep, I'll see you again in Discord. So if you want to join our group and talk to us after the show, or before the show, or during the week, get on Discord group. And if you got your own footage that you want us to look at, you can submit it there. You can find the links in the About tab on my YouTube channel. You reckon we've got 11 thumbs ups, but it only says 10 on the display here. Been very interesting, thank you Paul. Okay, thanks guys.